Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. This is a Link to the Past NMG League 2022 race. This is Dark World Round 3, caznode versus mooglemod. And in the commentary booth, we've got Foxlisk and Twin Mommy. Take it away, guys.
Howdy. How you doing tonight, Twin?
I'm doing great. I hope you are ready for some no major glitches.
I am. Very ready. I think we're almost ready to start. Looks like Kaz is just finishing warming up. Yeah, so this is the last match of week 1. This is the Dark World bracket, which is the top 16 players. The Light World bracket, which is the next 16 players, is already done for the week. They've already got matches scheduled for next week. Everybody's so antsy. I'm like posting pairings a day and a half ahead of time, and people are like, why wasn't it 2 days ahead of time?
Impatient speedrunners, they've got to be fast at everything.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense when you put it that way. But yeah, this is the last match of the Dark World bracket, and then we'll go to the final round of pairings next week. Why don't I know the winners yet?
So does Moogle have a better time than what is listed on his splits?
Yeah, I don't know what he's running against, but he has a 125. I think it's an 08. It's a very low 125, I remember.
Okay, so there's about 35 seconds separating the two of them then.
Yeah. Caznode, I've been wondering about this for a while, but instead of just asking him, I've let it be a mystery to myself. He's running against these 124-25 splits, but his PB on SRC is a 124-36. So I don't know if he got an unrecorded PB or if these are goal splits or something. I'm not really sure.
Okay. Gotta love people using splits that aren't accurate. I totally understand it. I can't say anything, but it does make our job a little bit harder.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. All right, looks like everybody's about ready to go. Moogle has not readied up in race time, despite being on the ready screen in the game.
Moogle, please, it's late.
Moogle.
Yeah, Fox, you just got done with the race that I was doing comms for, and I have to say I'm very glad that it did not go any longer, because that would have been awkward for this.
I barely had any time to get some food in me between racing and doing this. So yeah, it already went longer than I was hoping it would. That's okay.
It was really good, though.
It's all in the past.
But yeah, hopefully my brain can switch over from no logic rando to pretty much vanilla game without being too confused.
It'll be fine. We'll do great. Okay, we are just about to go. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so these guys are they're 1-1. I was gonna pull that up. I'm not prepared for this at all. Right. So caznode beat Bitey and lost to Shkoopel. mooglemod beat Vortex and lost to Airy. I mean, who amongst us has not lost to Airy in a race?
Hey, if anybody wants to make me the happiest person on earth, get the sprite for the bedsheet that Link is in right now, because it looks like a grumpy cloud, and I want to get it printed on a blanket so I can have a grumpy cloud blanket too.
It's a great merch idea. Okay, so here we go. We're going. The escape it's everyone's favorite part of the run because it's really dynamic and there's a lot of things going on, right?
No. I admire your tenacity at saying that you love Escape, but it's boring. It is technical to get through it very quickly, but it's boring. There's no boots. You have Boomerang and Lamp, and that's it. And like Melmo's saying, there's a lot of pumping if you want to go fast. And pumping sucks.
Pumping makes it a lot less boring, though.
I mean, it does
least you
give
have
you more
something to do.
inputs. Yeah.
Yeah.
More things to do.
Uh,
But, yeah. Basically, the thing we look for is a clean ball and chain guard. And
Right.
we're hoping for no Seattle Key Rat. And we're hoping for good snake RNG. Those are
Yeah.
like the 3 things that we really watch for. I guess you could count the green guard RNG too.
Moogle actually getting really interesting RNG there. He got a deboost upwards, it looked like. I'm not really sure how he managed that. It's kind of cool. But yeah, everything in this, I mean, it's sort of, the whole game is like this, where every room has a little bit of RNG. A lot of the rooms you can kind of ignore it, but there's definitely a lot of rooms in Escape where you'll see one player get a better movement pattern from a guard and save 20 frames or whatever. But for the most part, it's just about like how many pumps you get in and are you having really clean movement. So Link slows down when you nudge against stuff like doors or rails or walls or anything. So what we're doing is basically like trying to move diagonal whenever we can because Link is faster diagonal than cardinal and not nudge into anything. And then there's some rooms like that strat for killing that guard in the room with the boomerang chest is like a little bit tight if you want to go fast, but for the most part it's the handful of RNG rooms that you mentioned and just like general clean movement. They're like exactly tied right now. This is very nearly frame perfect.
Yeah, you mentioned how we don't like to cardinal movement too much. You actually reprimanded me for moving like Uncle does.
I learned that
It's
term
just
from
slow.
you.
I know. And then I do it all over the place. But like you said, generally moving cardinally is slow. There are a few times when moving diagonal in certain directions, if I remember right, can give you what's called anti-pumps. Is that right?
So anti-pumps are what happens when they're the opposite of pumping. So that's sort of true, but the actual thing that causes the anti-pump is actually turning right or down. So it's like if you do a diagonal and then you come off of the diagonal, you always start with 1 frame going down or right, the same way you always start with 2 frames. I mean pixels, sorry. You always start with 1 pixel going down or right. And so it's sort of the opposite of pumping. So like if you walk upwards and mash up right or whatever, every time you start walking up again, you get a 2 pixel movement. And if you're going down, it's the opposite. You get a 1 pixel movement every time. So we try to like do 1 cardinal and 1 diagonal when we're going down and down and to the right. And if we're going up and to the left, we try to do a billion of each so that we get those little tiny pixel boosts each time.
So yeah, with runners at this level, you'll see that they're snapping into the doors, which means they're coming into it from the side and then angling into the door very cleanly. Like you said, we're not nudging on the doors. They'll be trying to cancel stair drag with dashes, like the little dash dust thingies. I don't know. I don't do that yet. It's above my time scale.
Yeah, they can't do that until they have the dash, though.
The boots. Yeah, you gotta have the boots to do that one, but
That's pretty bad snake RNG from Kaz.
I just noticed the good one on Moogles, so 1 boom.
Yeah,
Top lane was pretty much clear.
Looks like we're gonna get out of here at almost the same time, unless the key rat is really bad. So this was what we were talking about, the Seattle key rat. This next room here has a key inside a rat, and that rat can either kind of walk towards you, and then you can kill it really fast, or it can walk really far away. They both got very similar RNG there, so no big time difference.
Oh, did Moogle forget to turn off his alerts?
I don't know. I don't actually have audio though.
I don't either, because it bleeds through my headset.
Oh, it's the page is just not playing audio for me. I don't know why. So we see Moogle get out of here. Oh, his stream's a little bit behind. It looks like he actually got out of there a couple seconds before Kaz. But no big difference as expected. I assume we're both picking up same card. Moogle basically never skips it.
I don't get skipping it in a race. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's only, what, 3 seconds of time save or time loss, and it can save you in multiple spots in the run.
Yeah, I think it's pretty silly to skip it, but, you know, people can do what they want.
It's true. You can do it. Skip it or not. This is also a very boring overworld. Again, no boots means it's slow. I guess the Octorok field coming up can make you take a second and think about things, but usually it's just hold down.
Oh my god, that frame roll.
How
Moogle,
did he not get hit by that?
You're so brave.
And then Kaz had to scooch out of the way of the one Octorok.
This screen here is really tough. I don't really understand it. It's really easy to lose time here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kaz goes for the boom on that guard, or that statue thing. I found the boom to be a lot easier to mess up the timing.
Yeah, I do too. I prefer just poking it with the sword. Lose 5 frames or whatever. Not a big deal.
Okay, so both runners have 5 rupees now. That is something that they do have to watch, because neither one of these guys gets the free and easy Saha rupees from Grandpa.
Right.
They do tree pulls. So, again, is it 9 rupees that you want to have coming out of going into tree pulls?
Yeah, 9 rupees. You need at least 5, but, well, I guess 4. But you need at least 5, basically, and having 9 instead of 5 lets you skip a blue drop, which saves a pretty good amount of time. But it looks like they're going to be set for that. If nothing else, they'll grab the pot in desert.
Okay.
Eastern here, we're coming up on probably the second, like, big scary room in the game, the first being Ball and Chain. These players are going to, in a couple rooms here, there's a big room with the chest that you have to spawn that has a big key in it, and the game wants you to kill all of the enemies in the room, but that's like super slow. There's a million enemies and we don't really have any weaponry. So what we do is we deboost through the anti-fairies that are guarding it, and it's pretty easy to mess up and lose a ton of time and life and almost die. Though I would expect both these players to get it just fine. They're both really good. See Moogle there, just got it perfectly. Kaz, not as good of a deboost, but no problems there. Lost a tiny bit of time, but no big deal.
Yeah, that deboost can go wrong. Especially if you try to hurry and you're mashing the button to pick up the pot and you don't pick up the pot.
Yeah, it's a pretty tricky room. Starting around around halfway through Eastern, the rooms start getting a lot harder. Like this Skip to with Greeny's room is pretty hard to do fast.
I have to say, I actually kind of enjoy practicing the back of Eastern. Maybe because the rooms are a little bit more technical and a little bit more interesting.
I think they're really interesting.
Yeah. And this room here that Moogle's in, ZGR, there's lots of different ways to do this room, and to get it fast is pretty impressive.
Yeah, Zelda Gamer Room is probably in my top 10 most practiced rooms in the game. Oh, Kaz going for the rupee and then not going for the rupee. I don't think he should have, but once he went halfway, I think he probably should have gone all the way. See, Kaz getting a pinkus kill here, Moogle doing a slightly different strat. I'm pretty sure he just did a 5 and 13 strat.
I think
The
you did
idea
top
here,
right,
the idea here is just that after you kill 5 of the Armos statues, the 6th one waits a second and then goes into an enrage phase. And so if you kill it while it's in that waiting a second step, you can skip the enrage phase, which both players did.
Yeah, that enrage phase resets its health, so you have to hit it with 3 more arrows.
Yeah.
Which puts us in a worse state for the next boss dungeon, Lambo.
Right. So both players have the same number of arrows, but Moogle has 6 rupees, which is a very nice ammo count.
Very nice.
Getting our boots now. We get to do the first fun thing of the game. I mean, it's okay. The first 11 minutes aren't that bad. But we get to get in this weird, funny in-between state where you can't slash, but you can move at dashing speed without charging up a dash and while moving diagonal. This is like the fastest way to move in the game. So we can't do it in too many places because it requires stairs to activate, but we do it a million times on this particular overworld.
It's one of the funnest things to figure out how to do, because it's when you're just learning it and you're just goofing around, you can make Link get the zoomies. But once you start incorporating it into your run, keeping that movement under control enough that you're not losing time is difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult to control. We see caznode opted not to go for a super speed there. It saves a little bit of time, but it's pretty easy to mess it up and then lose way more time than you save. It doesn't save enough time to be like obligatory. Moogle went for it and got it though. Oh, missing the one moving. It's like almost tied now.
I think it took Moogle a couple of tries to get the unholy spin speed. I think they dropped their sword coming through that transition or something.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. So this whole segment is kind of a dashing tutorial. It's just full of like these huge straight lines. Because they give you the boots and then they want you to dash everywhere with them. Which is nice because dashing is way more fun than walking.
And it's fast.
It's fast. Oh, they're in sync again?
Will we get a double book read? I hope not.
I hope not. Oh, we almost got 0 book reads from Kaz. Yeah, Kaz made up a good amount of time on Moogle in that overworld, actually.
So looking at their timers, it looks like Moogle's just a little bit ahead, timer-wise. So yeah, they are pretty... I think Kaz actually might be in a slight lead, but they're so close. It's ridiculous.
Right. And there's nothing coming up that would change that, right?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all would change that in this split. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No, nothing goes wrong in Desert.
Yeah, Desert is like kind of easy until the boss. It's not like super easy. Like at this level, there's a lot of stuff you're doing to try to eke out frames. But, oh yeah, I forget Moogle goes for that. That's a really good menu buffer. But the boss of this dungeon is notoriously difficult. It's very RNG heavy. You have to like read and react to RNG very fast, while also the execution is not easy either. Like it's both things at once. And so very difficult, very easy to lose a lot of time if you get bad luck or if you just make little mistakes.
Yeah, it's one of those boss fights that you can practice every day for 6 months and still not feel like you know it any better than before you started that practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you have to worry about, you can't mash the arrows, you got to time the arrow shots correctly. You have to adjust for the weird hitbox of Lamo because it doesn't line up. I don't know, I find the hitbox on Lamo to be weird with certain angles. Like it doesn't look like it should hit landmo, and then it hits landmo, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll take that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot that goes into this fight.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that makes it really hard, I mean, you just listed like 4, but there's another one, which is that you can only have 1 arrow in flight at a time. So if you shoot an arrow and you miss landmo, not only does that one miss, but you're stuck not being able to do any more damage, basically, until it reaches another target, which is usually the wall.
And it's usually like all the way across the room
Yeah,
when you miss,
it can
of
be really
course.
bad.
You could always try sword slashes, but it takes 2 sword slashes to make the same amount of damage as an arrow. So it's slow, but at least it's damage.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Moogle walking into the fight. Kaz walking into the fight. Oh, Moogle getting bullied a little on that first cycle. Oh, Kaz with a really good first cycle. Oh no, Kaz! Oh. I think Kaz missed an arrow and got thrown off, but got a good 3.
Yeah, I think Moogle got a nice 3 as well.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, so no big differentiation on landmo.
Neither one of them go for the free menu to boomerang, which I haven't decided if it's more of a meme menu or if it actually saves time.
I mean, it's both. Oh, Moogle showing off why this strat sucks.
That dash
But then
is
caznode getting
worst.
it and saving the time with it, so maybe it doesn't suck. Who knows?
Oh, we got fake flippers coming up. Most of you know what that is, but we get to trick the game into thinking that we have flippers. And if we get hit, it's definitely not good.
Don't worry, we
Especially
won't
if you
get hit.
especially if you aren't thinking and you accidentally hit a button.
Very nice swim from Moogle and Kaz. No problems.
Yes, no problems.
Both players also have plenty of arrows and not as much money as they'd like. Neither of them got the pot in desert. Actually, I just noticed that. That's weird.
Yeah.
Pretty greedy.
Kaz getting the green rupee from the hoarder under that rock, so they both have the same amount of money now.
Yeah. Now all he needs is 3 more rupees and it'll matter.
Trying to think. I don't think anything in Hera drops money
Well, the
That
mini
we
Moldorms
pick up.
do,
that we can pick up.
depending on the RNG you get, if the gatekeeper is in a place to drop, you would probably see these players wait for it, hoping for the drop.
Okay. And
But
Gatekeeper
that sort of
is
depends on
the
it cooperating.
Gatekeeper's the mini Moldorm as you're heading down to Tile Room, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you see, this is probably the most important spin speed in the game, because not only does it let you skip a bunch of dash charges, it also just makes dodging boulders possible. When you're in a dash, you can't like change your trajectory at all. Moogle doing roundabout.
Moogle showing off that hitbox for those warps. They're so janky.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So neither player getting beat up too bad. Both players on 4 hearts, which is like kind of why you get Sank Heart. So that you're on 4 hearts in this situation instead of 3.
You know, as a kid, I don't think I used the mirror very much in the dungeons. I didn't realize how helpful it could be until I started speedrunning.
Yeah, same. I don't think I was smart enough. I feel like I always had this feeling like I don't know how I got here. Like if I go back to the start, I'm going to be so lost for so long. Okay, so caznode going for boomerang strats. this is like, I mean, it does technically save like 40 frames or something, but the main reason to do this is just so you can sit here and get infinite iframes and not have to do anything for 30 seconds.
It makes the next room a little bit easier too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it lets you dash through the next room, and dashing through Moldorms is a lot safer than walking around without your sword held out. Thankfully, nobody going for the meme strat of pot spin speed.
It's so funny to see Link dancing with a pot on his head, though, before you get the speed.
That part is good. Maybe we should just do that and not actually get pot spin speed.
There we go.
So both players going up to the top of Hera. I don't know what strats they do for the bomb jump. I don't think Moogle is an EBJer. I'm not sure about Kaz. Nice Beatles room from Moogle and from Kaz. That's one of the hardest rooms in the game, in my opinion.
It doesn't look like it, but there's actually a couple of different RNGs that those beetles can take that can change the way you do that room.
Yeah, it's like really hard to cover all of them, and also the D-pad inputs are just really, there's a million of them. Moogle going for bonk strats, Kaz going for spin setups, both not having any trouble. Moogle showing off a rail clip. That's the first rail clip of the round. Okay. Everything's fine.
Kaz getting that 5 rupees from that Moldorm after he got bullied. Nice full payout.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice for him. It was pretty heads up to notice that. I definitely would have been panicking.
Moldorm is a fight that
Wow.
can be scary. This Moldorm has a big head, and that head likes to, like, yeet Link off the edge really easily.
Yeah. Both players having not really any trouble there, though. Moogle's last hit must have been like a pixel away from missing. I thought he was going to be in trouble, but then it just barely connected. So Moogle maintaining just a slight lead. Looks like about 9 seconds ahead according to their splits.
Neither runner getting bothered by Katie outside of Hera, which is something that you love to see. Katie is such a nuisance.
Do you know why we call her Katie?
Because you kiss the squirrel and you like it?
So we see there Moogle having to stop and get all 4 rupees, having to do some awkward back and forth movement. Kaz will be able to pick up only 3. There we go. Saves.
Oh, Kaz lost his arrows though.
Yeah.
While they're not required for the arrow route, it is such a nice thing to have those extra 5 arrows just in your back pocket for if you need them.
It's very nice. Oh my gosh, okay. Handles that really well. Kaz does have 200,000 billion arrows though, so I don't think he's going to be hurting for arrows at any point.
Yeah. Let's see, you want a minimum of what, 9 coming out of Hera, is that right?
Leaving Hera, I think you want 8. Depending
8,
on what
okay.
strats you do.
I don't know. I'm a chicken, and if I have less than like 10 or 11, I'll pick up the arrows in the under the pot, but
if everything goes well, you use 1 on the bird and 2 on the first room of Agate Tower, and then 4 in Red Spear Guards, and you want 1 leaving. But you can, like, if you're low on arrows, you can do stuff without it. But both of these players have tons of arrows, so it's all fun.
yep, they're great on arrows. They had really good Moldorm fights, which helped with that. Neither one taking damage before the next tree pull, so we don't have to worry about backup rupees. And we'll finish getting the money for that in Agate Tower.
Yep. It kind of looks, if you're not familiar with the route, it kind of looks like they're cutting it really close, right? They need 110 rupees to open Palace of Darkness. That was risky dash from Moogle, but not punished. But the rupee route is like, you have a lot of leeway to get exactly what you need from the tree rupees all at once, so you can kind of be a little greedy about it elsewhere.
As long as you're paying attention, it's usually not a problem. But remembering to pay attention and making sure you have enough before it becomes a problem.
Oh, Moogle opting to preserve a arrow there. Interesting.
Gets the fairy skip on Moogle's side.
Okay. Yeah, I think Cass handled that really well. He actually got a tink off of a sword, one of the guard's swords. But I think he noticed it and like deliberately delayed after that to make sure that everything was going to be fine. Pretty heads up reaction. Oh my god, Moogle got away with that. I'm so mad. I never get away with anything in that room. I can't believe he... Oh my god.
This is one of the worst rooms in Aga Tower.
Kaz got away with the same crap.
down.
Oh my god. This game has it out for me. There's no way that these people are getting away with this, and I get killed in there every single run.
Nice guard RNG there in the pit room. Just being able to sneak past that guard instead of having to do anything about him on both sides. Nice.
Nice. Oh, and Kaz got the key dash.
That key dash is a little bit different when you have beams, and I don't understand why, but you do have to either line up differently or correct yourself or something.
Yeah, beams. Oh, that guard dodging. Wow, okay.
Oh no, the arrows! Oh no, Kaz! Your health!
That kind of thing happens. This Aga Tower, they made most of this Aga Tower look very easy, but anytime
really
anything goes wrong, it looks like that.
Yeah.
The reason beams affect that room is that when you have beams, the beam alerts the archer, and the archer moves differently. And if you don't have beams, then he shoots from a different position. But if you have beams, then he'll be shooting downwards at you normally.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So the biggest factor of RNG I feel in the run is right here with the blue balls. But we all know this. Aga can be a real jerk and either give you 0 blue balls, which nobody wants to run against if it actually PBs, or like 12, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh no, we have spoilers in chat! I think Google probably got 0 blue balls. Kaz already has 2, I think. Yep, that's 0 blue balls from Google.
So not only do we have blue balls to worry about in this fight, but also how far Aga warps in between his attacks. You want him to do short warps, obviously, because it's faster. But a lot of times he'll warp clear across the arena, and you have to go chasing him down.
Yeah, it can actually really add up. A couple seconds difference over the course of the fight. I wasn't counting. It looked like 4 blue balls for Kaz.
I lost count. I have the attention span of a squirrel. It's horrible.
Which one? Is it Katy Perry?
No, I hate Katie. No, not Katie.
This is, I would not be surprised if this was Moogle's best Light World time ever.
It was a solid Light World for sure.
This was a 29-10 Light World.
So do you count the end of Light World after the text on the pyramid? Like when you split?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were actually tied, according to splits. No, Kaz split's weird. I don't know.
Kaz
They were
had
close,
barely a
and now
sub.
they're not very close.
Yeah.
They're still pretty close. I'm exaggerating.
Yeah, they're still
about
pretty
40
close.
seconds.
Yeah.
It is very easy to lose 40 seconds in the Dark World to someone as good as Kaz.
It's just very easy to lose 40 seconds in the Dark World. Just that. Yeah. So some people have pointed out, asking, well, wouldn't it be faster to do the dungeon a different way? Like, try to get a small key and then just get the big key and then drop down for another small key? It just doesn't work that way. The way we have this routed for this particular category, 1, it sets us up for the fastest dungeon, and 2, it sets us up on bombs, because there are a lot of bombs in here, and we get the vast majority of them for the run in this dungeon.
Yeah. Yeah, the old route, the very old pod route, actually did a different order of key chests, but adding in all the mirrors lets you pick up a lot of bombs. Moogle took a heart of damage, or well, half a heart of damage from a berry, which actually costs a lot of time in here because it means you have to pick up an extra heart later.
Unless he gets lucky and the Helma drops the heart and he can pick it up while he's throwing the bomb for the bomb jump.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That actually can save a lot of time. But yeah, so Moogle doing hammer jump now. Getting both bombs. Love to see it. So
Picking up that heart from the Helma.
Yeah. And very good. I think that was 2 extra buffers.
But still very solid.
Yeah. So that trick, for anyone who doesn't know, is pixel perfect on the y-axis, both for where you place the bomb and for where you stand next to it afterwards. It's not super precise on the x-axis, but you can't just do whatever you want. You do have to pay attention.
Yeah, you can't place the bomb too far to the right, otherwise it doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't understand why, but too far to the right is bad. And also you want to be standing somewhat close to the bomb when it explodes, otherwise it won't work as well. I missed it. Did we get sexy statue on Moogle's side?
We certainly did not.
Oh. Sexy statue's a myth. I'm determined.
I got it in my race, my last race. It's real now.
No, it's a myth still.
If I can do it, anyone can. Yeah, so this dungeon, I don't know, they're making this dungeon look pretty easy. The boss fight, Helmasaur, is one of the reasons that you get Psycart. And it's very difficult and really RNG heavy. Like, good versus bad RNG can make the fight 100 times harder and like 7 seconds slower. Like, it's
at least
really bad.
Oh no, Moogle getting some bad turtles. You hate to see it.
Alright, pretty good cleanup though.
Yeah. I'm sorry, did Cass just charge a dash during this cutscene?
Yeah, you can save like 4 frames by dashing up and dashing right instead of just walking it out. But then sometimes you start your dash a tiny bit too far right, and you actually grab the wall, and then you have to stand there staring at Link grabbing the wall for 17 seconds, and it's just too shameful.
So you see Moogle doing a whole bunch of these sword spins. He's trying to get that spin speed state because it will enlarge the hammer hitbox while Link is facing upwards. And it's fast because you got to do 17 hits to the mask, and you have to do 4 hits with the hammer to Helmasaur himself.
This is fine, right?
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
I wasn't looking at the hearts. I was trying not to. We'll see how Kaz does.
Kaz, meanwhile, had a clinical turtle room. Oh, and first try spin speed makes this a billion times easier.
Yeah, if you
This
look
is such
close,
good RNG. Oh my god,
Yeah.
Kaz, come on.
if you look close,
Okay,
while
that
he's hitting the mask, he was like not even really hitting Helma, and it was still doing that damage.
Yeah, it makes your hitbox. It actually turns it into the dashing hitbox. It's like, it's so much better. It makes it. It's so great. It's so great. The fight is so easy with it. I mean, it's still quite hard, but it's the old days were so bad.
Yeah, the old days you had to have like Link's shield like halfway in Helma's mouth, and
Yeah.
you had to have your sword out, and you had to hope and pray that he didn't move while you were all up in his grill, and woof, no thank you.
Yeah. So this overworld is really, really long. It's the longest overworld in the game. We have to do a lot of stuff, and it's pretty hard.
This is longer than the Ice Palace overworld?
Yeah. It's not a lot longer, but
it's a little bit?
My best Ice Palace entries are like 248, and my best Thieves Downs are like 257.
Dang.
Yeah, it's really long. The thing is that like 25 seconds of it is cutscenes, so it doesn't necessarily feel as long.
I guess, yeah, you have the flute pickup cutscene and then the flute activation cutscene. Plus the Stumpy text.
Yeah.
But I mean, you
getting a pixel perfect bonk there.
I hate that bonk.
Me too.
It doesn't look like it should bonk, and then all of a sudden you're bonking off of a flower. Oh.
Okay. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Okay, he made it. He made it.
Yeah, someone in chat asking if it's better to toss 2 bombs first. Bombing Helmasaur is insanely slow. It's it adds 2 menus. It means you have to pick up 2 more bombs later, and it just like takes forever to place them and throw them. You can just hammer a billion times in that time frame.
Yeah, just do sword out hammer hits.
Yeah.
If you're not good at spin speeds, sword out hammer for phase 1 works just fine. So here's another like pretty much required spin speed on Moogle's side to get past that red guard.
Yeah, that screen is awful without spin speed.
Yes.
That's a bonk. Does Moogle now? He does.
I haven't been noticing. Have we been getting any quick warps?
Oh, I don't know. Probably.
Okay. I would assume so at this level, but I don't know.
I'm really bad at that quick warp, which is the only one I've done so far.
The one in the Grove?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's completely hit or miss. I think I get it and I don't. And I think I don't get it and I do. And, yeah.
Yeah, same. We will be getting a quick warp, I'm pretty sure, on this next one. So quick warps are if you enter one of these warps between worlds, like either a mirror or a portal that takes you from light world to dark world. Some pixels have the property that the warp is 34 frames faster. That's one of them. That one's very easy. You just enter the portal from the left instead of from the right.
So yeah, if you don't know what they look like, just watch and you'll notice that if he gets the quick warp, or if they get the quick warps, the wavy after you transition kind of snaps into place. It's really fast snap. If they miss it, it continues that little wavy pattern. How did Moogle not get hit by that red Zazak?
I have no idea.
Because it was like Link was in him. I don't get it. Hitboxes, man. Hitboxes.
So Thieves Town is not like a very dangerous area. If you get really bullied on the overworld, sometimes you get bad RNG or you make a small mistake that costs you 3 hearts or something. Then it's like maybe you're a little nervous, but the boss of Thieves Town is probably going to deal 0 total damage to these runners. It's what we call a scripted fight, basically. You can just like make the same thing happen every time. And the rest of the dungeon, like, you know, there's a few rooms that, okay, maybe we take a hit or whatever, but it's just not very dangerous at this point. Moogle having really quite a hellway there.
Yeah, got the pixel, I think, but had some bad RNG where the enemies blocked him and he couldn't just dash straight through.
We'll see if caznode gets to show off how it looks when everything goes well. Oh, he minis there. Cool. Well, he got the pixel that got blocked at the top. Still better than how it went for Moogle.
Yeah. And the crickets in the attic where Kaz is heading to, they don't look dangerous, but they do what? 2 hearts of damage?
Mhm.
And they move really quickly. And they can really heck you. But looks like both runners getting through it really clean. Nothing to worry about.
Yep. Those crickets are probably the most dangerous enemies in the split, honestly. It really doesn't look like it, but they're very bad. This red Zazak at the bottom of the jail cell, also really bad. He can just shoot at you while you're dashing down, and then you just kind of have to hope you get lucky.
Yeah, I noticed, like when I would stop for fairies or even a couple of those heart pots, I had a higher chance of getting hit by him. But the faster you are, generally the safer you are.
That is true all throughout this run, really. Moogle opting to go for the wait and dash through the berry there. He had room to dash up the left lane, but opted for the different strat.
Kaz also got a bomb drop from the red Zazak that you kill before you pick up that big block heading to the prison cell, which is nice as a safety. So he's got 1 extra bomb over Moogle.
So 6 bombs here is already comfy. 7 bombs here is living in the lap of luxury.
You gotta love it then. Perfect fight from Moogle.
Yeah, so this fight looks like really scary and chaotic, but what we do is basically make sure we hit blind on the first frame every time by using sword pokes. So you can just sort of have your hitbox already where Blind's head is when he becomes vulnerable, and so you always get first frame hits. And then the fight just always looks like this. Very nice from caznode as well.
This has the shortest cutscene time, which is really nice.
That's true. Hi, Spleeby. Thanks for the raid. Wow, a Spleeby raid. Yeah, welcome people during the cutscene. We can give you the recap. The recap is their light worlds were both very similar. Kaz got bullied a little bit in Hera, in Hera and a little bit in Aga Tower, but then he got really badly bullied by Aghanim and got 4 blue balls to Google 0, which costs 30 seconds or something. And then he made up a bunch of time in pod, but not enough to be caught up yet. And now there you go.
Yep. Just a nice, clean, close race between both of them. It's been great.
Yeah, no real big issues.
I mean, we don't have to worry about it quite yet, but do you know what these runners do for their errands? Like, are they swamp ether getters or mire ether getters?
I'm pretty sure Moogle is a swamp ether gamer, but we have to watch Kaz now and all gawk at the boomer strats.
Oh, Kaz does this one where he picks up the rock.
Oh, what a boomer.
Oh. This
What are you
strat
doing?
makes my heart hurt.
What are you doing, Kaz? You're volunteering to pick up 1,000,000 extra pots. That's the hardest tech in the game.
Rocks and pots are like you said, the hardest thing in the game. Picking them up fast is impossible.
You have to position this next mirror coming up precisely so that you actually get sucked into the doorway and not mirror bonk. The strat is actually very cool. It's just a lot harder. Look at that, door suction, let's go.
Meanwhile, Moogle just picked up, I didn't even see if he got fence dash, but Moogle just picked up the last of the money that we'll need for the run. And is heading up to Skull Woods.
I think Moogle bailed on fence dash.
Did they? Let's see if Kaz does.
Kaz does not get fence dash. Okay, he realizes that.
So the front half of
yeah.
Skull is pretty... I don't like it. It's super easy to take damage. And... Okay, well the mummies are making this room super easy for Moogle.
It's the easiest room in the game.
Until it isn't.
Yeah, it does not always look like it looked for Moogle
No.
there.
So we got another bomb jump coming up. This one, I don't know. Do you think he'll go for the bonk strats again here?
I think so.
Yep. This one you have to be careful. Those moldorms like to goal keep that chest.
They
And
do, yeah.
yeah.
Skullwoods is a really short dungeon. It's got a little bit of overworld and then a really short dungeon, but the mummies are hard to predict, and you can't really do much about them because they take 1,000 hits to kill. They take 4 sword slashes, which is just like too much to ever sit around and slash your sword that many times. So you're kind of at the mercy of what they do and having to deal with it. So it's pretty easy to like try to get around one and walk into it instead or whatever. Very easy to get beat up badly in here. Moogle going with Joe Mummy strats here. This is really good strat for Mummy Hellway. It's not the fastest strat, but it's a lot easier than the fast strat. Getting a key out of this key mummy. I said earlier it takes 4 slashes. You see there it took Moogle 3 slashes. I wasn't lying to you though. The first slash hit the mummy against the spike, which does more damage.
Kaz doing the much scarier, but frames faster strat in Mummy Hellway.
It's like half a second. Come on.
Moogle with an excellent mummy or moth fight.
Yeah, that was really good. I don't know if he bonked at the beginning by accident or not. Maybe he just always does that. Some people still do. Yeah, Kaz does. Oh, even better from Kaz. Let's go.
Nice. Nice. You always love to see the 0 spike moths.
Mhm.
So Ice Overworld, we mentioned it's what, the second longest overworld?
Yeah.
And it's one that you really, really don't want to take any damage.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that want to touch Link in this overworld. But if all goes well, it shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
Right. Right.
So
Nothing ever goes wrong in this split.
Nothing ever goes wrong in this split. Or any other split.
No.
There's one screen coming up here where there's 2 options for a strat. There's a strat that loses about 40 frames but doesn't ever get you destroyed, which I expect Moogle to go for. Nope, Moogle goes for the lottery dash. So that dash has like, I don't know, maybe a 3% chance or something of just completely ruining your life. You take 2 damage, you get knocked out of your dash. You sometimes get knocked way into out of bounds. It's a disaster. It's a horrifying nightmare. And there's a safer strat that loses around 40 frames that we call the Louis dash. You can do if you don't want to risk that.
Moogle
I said
didn't
3%,
even-
but I made it up entirely. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, Kaz is going for Louis Dash.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Moogle did not go for Quick Fish.
Yeah.
Surprising.
What was that dark lockjaw doing there?
I don't know. Sometimes those things end up in the weirdest places.
Kaz going for quick fish and nailing it. Let's
There
go.
we
Kaz.
go.
No, not nailing it. I spoke too soon.
Oh no! There we go. So that bonk, for those of you who do not know, is to set up another quick warp. You bonk off there, and then you just move straight up, and you get a free quick warp. Easy peasy.
And now we have our water boots.
Oh, and the funny King Zora eyes. Look at the
Oh
Zora
yeah,
eyes.
I looked at it. Oh yeah.
Okay, if you missed it on Moogle's side, watch on Kaz's side. King Zora's eyes go all wibble wobbly while you're talking to him. It's hilarious. Hilarious. I am easily amused, apparently, but I think it's hilarious.
Very anime eyes.
Very.
What do we do, Moogle? Do we go for it? Oh, we're so brave. Nice. We nailed it.
So Moogle's gonna show off why we love to have beams coming into Ice Palace.
Yeah, it's this. They save so much time in this room with the 3 berries.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Well, they save more time if you control the room better than that. Sorry, Moogle. We'll see if Kaz can have a slightly cleaner ice movement.
I was slightly worried because I don't have audio on, and I was worried he might jingle glitch that room because he did kill the other Bari with a sword slash and not a fire rod shot.
It's actually... I don't know, I shouldn't say anything, I don't remember. Killing with the fire rod is usually safer because it takes a million years for it to burn. But I think that usually if you kill it with the sword, it just dies in plenty of time anyway.
Okay. I just know it's a thing that can happen. Evil Bari.
That was... yeah.
Moogle has one shot at this bomb jump. Unless he knows how to hover. Oh, thank you. 2 shots at this bomb jump. Making it look easy.
This bomb jump is the single most important trick in the game. It's not remotely close. It saves like over 2 minutes.
Casual Ice Palace is the worst dungeon.
It's a horror. You have to go around in loops and loops and loops, and you're on ice for a million years. It all sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah, you get so turned
Okay.
around and lost, and then... Oh no! Is that right?
That is not right. He moved down before placing the bomb and didn't realize what he was doing.
Kaz, you have one more shot, dude.
I hope he knows how to hover. I mean, I hope he just gets it. Oh, please face left. Please face left. Okay, this should be fine.
Okay.
Oh my
Phew.
god. I mean,
Oh.
nothing bad happened. This is all
Nothing?
fine.
This is fine. This is normal. Moogle going into cold stare.
Another room where nothing bad ever happens.
Never. Uh-oh.
We've got spoilers in chat again. Oh, it's off a little bit on the fire rod rhythm.
Uh-oh.
This is not a good start.
This is very bad.
I'm so scared.
I am as well. Oh no.
Oh.
Those puffs do 4 hearts of damage.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. If they get away from you, if you get off the quick kill, it's so easy for that to happen. And now you have to farm magic, because if you're going to continue, it's either farm magic here or go to swamp and come back.
Right. There we go.
And neither one is a good feeling.
So, a cold stare death is like maybe the worst death in the game. Oh my god, Kaz also having trouble. Let's see if he can clean it up without taking a hit.
Yeah, he's Oko here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close, but I think we're probably fine now.
Okay.
My goodness.
Yeah. Oof.
So cold stare, like massive air quotes, should always be exactly the same. But as soon as it's not exactly the same, it's really, really, really scary.
Yeah, it goes off the rails so fast.
Yeah.
Do you think Moogle will pick up the bomb in bombable floor, or do you think he'll just go for the 1 bomb strat?
That's a good question. I think, well, it looks like a 1 bomb. Nope. Remembering about the left side path, which I only learned about like a week ago.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but
Listen, I don't go that way.
I mean,
Are
I
we
don't.
getting bombs? Yeah.
Thank you for that
Oh,
4
we might.
drop. Makes the rest of the run incredibly comfy.
Yeah.
Remembering that he doesn't have to kill the Bari. All right, Kaz. Are we gonna go get Ether?
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is an ether and swamp time.
Okay. I'm glad you can tell because, yeah, I don't even know my own times, and I've been running this game for 3 years. Oh,
I like looking at the
no.
timer. Oh, at least try it, Kaz. Come on. Oh, okay, we're just re-fluting. That's fine.
Heckin' Dead Rocks, man. At least he didn't take any damage sitting there
Yeah.
waiting for him as he takes damage
Oh,
trying to
God.
get the spin speed. Oh, no. But this
So
is why we do Ether and Swamp.
Yeah. Death Mountain is going to get you some of the time, and you have to get it either in this split or the next one. And
This split is much more forgiving.
yeah, you'd rather not get hit, obviously, but if you're going to get hit, you'd rather it happen here than in Mire.
Why did he do that? Katie was out of the way. Just ignore Katie and just go.
Caznode is currently pretty far ahead due to a Gold Stair death for Moogle, unfortunately. Moogle was in a substantial, not insuperable, but pretty significant lead until that. That's just a very punishing death.
And Moogle, I don't know if you're listening. The little thingy says that you're not, but that doesn't always mean it's true. But it's not over until you cross that bridge. It's not over. There's still a lot of game left to play.
This tournament has had a lot of very dramatic events
Endings.
occur.
Yes. I don't want to mention any boss names because I don't want to commentator curse anybody.
I was not thinking of boss names.
I was.
There's a lot of different dramatic things that can happen.
Yes, there is. So keep going. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh wow, interesting menu.
I don't think I've ever seen the menu to hammer in the dam.
Yeah, I don't think
Before.
I have either. I'm outing myself as a non-Caznode viewer.
Sorry. Sorry, Kaz. If you're listening. Moogle making it through ice the second time and is also going to go pick up Ether.
Yep. Also looks like a. Alright, Moogle is now. just
Moogle, please, come on. I understand you're frustrated. Let's go. I say that like I wouldn't be frustrated either. I probably would have just reset the game and quit. So,
Yeah. Players have pretty much all kept going after deaths in this tournament.
Yeah.
At least after the
which
first
is good.
death. Yeah, which I respect a lot, both for the players and also because everybody is constantly on the brink of death in this run, and so it's really not over.
Yeah, at this level where they're not picking up any safeties or anything, they really are. You're flirting with death through the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Moogle, meanwhile, going for a fairy bush there and getting it. Those 4 cardinal bushes in the Dark World there are 50-50 fairies. You can go for it if you really want some extra hearts.
yeah, sometimes you can get lucky with the fairy. Sometimes it just drops a heart, and then you get a real unlucky pattern where you don't get anything.
Yeah.
Maybe a green rupee or something, and then it's like, thanks. That
Thanks.
really helped. I'll use that green rupee for nothing. Swamp is intended to be the second dungeon in the game, so the enemies don't hit hard, and it's not that hard of a dungeon, but there's just a lot of enemies.
Tons
And-
of RNG in this split.
Yes. Those little bugs, they look like hot dogs to me.
The hot dog bugs, Twin?
The hot dog
We're doing
bugs.
this again? Live on
Yes.
air?
Live on air. They're hot dog bugs. I'm sorry. They're hot dogs with legs and eyes.
We call them Phelps.
They're also called Phelps. They're also called Tektites. They're also called Striders. They have like 50 million names. Call them what you will. But we do get the hook shot here, which is really nice. And
Yeah, I love the hookshot. The hookshot was always my favorite item as a kid, and it turns out to also be one of the most powerful items in the glitch mode of this game too, which is fun.
but unfortunately, we don't get to do any of those glitches.
No.
Oh, another bad thing about Swamp is there's water and swimming.
Swimming is terrible also,
Swimming is horrible in this game. But you'll see the players doing a lot of shorter dashes in this dungeon. It's because dashing through water is faster than just walking. You probably won't notice, but they're probably doing some pumping as well. Because, again, it's faster than just plain walking. Caznode did a hook dash there so that he got into the spin speed state so he could push that statue up to that switch and then pick up the pot faster than if he wasn't in that state. Something that casual viewers probably wouldn't ever notice.
Tons of runners don't notice it either. They have no idea why everyone else can pick up the pot easier than them.
And it's because you're in that spin speed state.
Yeah.
Oh no, that lever. Second worst enemy in the game.
Oh no, Moogle.
Moogle, please.
Moogle just really wants to get on the blue pegs.
Has to wiggle what, 4 times? Oh no.
I think it got patched out.
There we go. We got it. We got it. All right, we're gonna see a 0 cycle attempt from Caznode, and I know nothing about this other than you have to push like 5 buttons at the same time.
Well, that was very good. Nice job, Caznode.
Sorry, I tapped over you.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay.
I think it was great. Perfect 0 cycle. No notes.
A+.
Yeah.
You pass, Swamp. So that's a... I don't know. How... Is it frame perfect? Is it just really close? I don't even know. I know you have to have your sword out, and you have to do an item dash at the very beginning. And after that, I lose. My brain power is gone. So...
so that puts you in a state... It's a lot like fighting Helmasaur, where you get in the... your equipped item is sort of turning into the dash. But in this case, it's just your poke is turned into a dash. So what happens is you hook puff and then you deal dash damage to it, which is the same as slash damage, and anyway it kills it. And then you have a short window, which I want to say is 10 frames, but I'm not really sure, to hook again before your sword drops from that poke, to maintain that state where your pokes do dash damage. And so you just have to kill all of the puffs without ever dropping your sword entirely, because then it'll go back to being regular pokes.
While making sure that you're killing them in the correct order and dealing with Argus's movement RNG.
Right. It's very tough.
Yes, it does not sound fun at all. What is fun is we're going to see Caznode do Mire 2. Will we see a fast Mire 2 or a fast Mire 2? That's my question.
Isn't fast a Fantoon thing? Been watching too much SM.
So
I don't know what strat they go for, yeah.
Yeah. Either way, if it goes well, it's going to be a very fast room. Fast. And it was very fast.
Very nicely executed. The main goal of that room is to get through it without the Wizrobes going away. So they like spawn in and you can kill them, and then they spawn out, and it takes forever for them to spawn back in. And so if you kill them all in the first cycle, you're doing pretty good. And then you also want to kill the Popos as fast as possible. And Caznode just basically wiped everything out in one go. Oh, Moogle missing the item dash.
That one puff got lost. I was the first puff he hooked, and it, like, Argus moved around it. So, anyway, funny. Never seen it do that before.
Couldn't find his way home.
Yep, couldn't find his way home. He got a little lost. So...
Alright.
Moogle's just playing this out. He doesn't expect anything else from this run. Which, you know, you can't really blame him, but at the same time... At least he's continuing. I have to give him that.
Yeah. Things could still happen, and
Things could still happen, exactly.
Great content for us.
Yeah. Seeing all the fun meme things that he's been doing. Like all the hammer dashes in Swamp. That I chose to ignore. Anyway, Mire. Mire is, once you learn the movement, is a very consistent front half of the dungeon. At least for me.
Yeah, with, again, air quotes, Mire should be basically the same every time. Everything in here does 4 damage, so if anything goes wrong, it becomes a nightmare really fast. But it's the easiest Dark World dungeon after a certain level. Like once you're, like by the level that these guys are at, certainly you're not super worried about Mire. And then sometimes you die on Vitreous anyway.
Exactly, because we intentionally take damage to kill Vidi fast. And we're still on green mail. And the little eyeballs that are surrounding Vitreous do 4 hearts of damage. And we're intentionally taking 1 heart of damage in the goo. So 1 wrong move and you're... Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna deboost down low enough that an extra 4 hearts of damage is going to kill you. And normally you're just going to not take any more damage than the exact amount you intended to, but if you take any extra damage, it's almost always going to be lethal damage.
Has shown us the spooky action glitch.
Oh, Moogle not quite getting the 1 cycle.
Spooky action looks like it should be difficult to set up, but it's actually really easy. Uh-oh, we got that weird eyeball RNG. We didn't get hit, but it's...
Why did you do that?
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay.
That was totally normal and I wasn't scared at all.
No. Went... That was textbook. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Okay. He did still have 3 hearts, so if he had to, he could have damaged down to get a couple more swings in, or spins in, but he cleaned it up with arrows because he had... I don't know, how many arrows are you supposed to come out of here with? I can't remember.
I mean, it depends on if you go for Mike Chest or not. 8 is really, really comfy, but it's like, it's never a problem, really. You can get more arrows.
Okay. So after this cutscene, Kaz is going to mirror and then go pick up the ice rod before they go to Turtle Rock. I'm assuming. I don't think they've picked up ice rod yet, right?
I hope so. It would be pretty bad to go to Turtle Rock without ice rod.
Yes, it would be very bad. I think I've done that once.
I have done that once as well.
I think I got to Turtle Rock and I was menuing and I realized I didn't have it. So I didn't actually get into the dungeon, but it was still, like... You feel really stupid when you do that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody make it to Trinex before noticing.
Oh no, that's a lot of menus too.
Yeah, that was
Well,
we did it.
I mean, not too much.
Thing is, you'd never notice unless you actually menu over it.
It's true.
I don't know. I don't know about you, but I don't look very closely at my menu while I'm menuing.
I know, my menus are slow enough that I'm sure somebody would have yelled at me if I got too far into Turtle Rock.
Shoutouts to chat.
Shoutouts to chat, which is perfectly legal for chat to do in this NMG mode. If a runner forgets something, the chat can yell at him and say, "Hey, doofus, you forgot something. Gonna have a hard time killing Trinex with only the fire rod." But anyway.
Moogle coming up here on Spooky, which we didn't really explain, but, you know, it's just sometimes your fire rod shots teleport to other rooms and hit off-screen switches.
Perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal.
And Vitreous after that. Hopefully Moogle's Vitreous will be a little less tense.
Yes. Oh good, Kaz not getting dead rocked there. Sometimes you can hit that dead rock on that little narrow area and it just blocks you. Are we gonna get a free quick warp?
Nope.
No?
Very
Was it too
not
far
free.
to the left?
Yeah.
Alright, Vitreous. Getting better eyeball RNG, so you don't have to move out of the way.
Moogle also being a little bit sloppy here. Oh no! Does Moogle have the heart to go on? It looks like it.
Vidi is the worst.
Vidi has claimed a lot of lives. Oh, I guess Moogle's just gonna finish and then finish an illegal run and forfeit at the end.
Currently, Kaz's splits are plus 146.
Yeah, he's like low 126, high 125 pace as of torches.
But, like we were saying at the beginning, we don't know if these are actually his PB splits or somebody else's. Because we thought, or Vox thought that he had a 124.30 something, right?
So his SRC time is a little higher than this. I don't know if this is like an unrecorded PB that's a legitimate run that he's running against, or if it's something else.
So what, is Moogle gonna do Trinex or Turtle Rock and then just click into GT? Do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Sorry about that. Oh no! Dead rocks. Please. Moogle has suffered enough in this run. I hope... Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups now. I hope he bonks the rock outside of Paradox Cave and gets a fairy.
Right, maybe we'll get to see the cool hookshot secret.
Oh yeah, I forgot if you hookshot the top left part of the rock and then bonk, it's an instant catch, right?
Yep. Yeah, Moogle died to Cold Stare and then Vitreous. Nice drops for
Caznode.
Kaz.
Yeah, getting both the... Oh no! Come back, fairy!
How did that not grab her?
That's the worst, man. Moogle, if you're listening, please just hookshot the top left. Okay, or that. That works too. Caznode needs a bomb, correct?
Does Caznode need a bomb? Caznode needs a bomb for GT. I'm guessing he just does a strat that automatically picks up a bomb in Peg Maze.
Okay. Come on, the 8-drop was right there, Kaz.
Moogle
Nobody wants. Oh,
does
he
not
needs
have enough
magic.
magic.
Oh no!
Just clip in the back, man.
Yeah, just clip down. Except he'd have to go backwards for the big key.
Oh yeah, Super Bunny Cave has full magic.
Oh yeah, somebody go tell him. 'Cause I don't think he's listening.
That's what I
Super
thought,
Bunny
actually.
Cave, Moogle. Oh no. Is he gonna go to the tree? Yeah. So if you bonk this tree by this portal, there's a full magic drop up here. Boop. Meanwhile, we had a beautiful laser skip from Caznode. I didn't see if it was the fast laser skip or not.
No, just a normal laser skip.
Just normal? Okay.
It's looking like a pretty solid Turtle Rock, though. Where are we going?
I don't know. Is Moogle just memeing around now?
Well, yeah, but is it a specific meme? Are we doing something? Are we just running around?
Are we just trying to kill time?
I don't know.
Oh, he might have been trying to Ganon Pod.
Maybe. I don't know. Does he know Ganon Pod?
I don't know.
He must know a Ganon Pod with a bottle. I don't know if he knows one without. Totally normal. Trinex fight from caznode. Meanwhile, yeah, that was a pretty fast Turtle Rock. It's not like his gold or anything, but it's
Does he know this clip?
very nice race.
I don't know this clip, so I don't know if he's got it set up or anything.
No, he does not.
Oh no!
That's an infinite scroll.
Oh. Well, the good news is he just reset and he's not going to lose anything because he saved and continued with the Vidi death. Or he could just have Link swimming forever until, yeah, it's done.
I think that's kind of a nice aesthetic while we watch caznode finish out the round.
Yeah, yeah.
Caznode showing off why I no longer do that dash down.
Oh, because he walked halfway down the slope before his dash started?
No, because he started his dash left too high and had to unstart it and restart it.
I gotcha.
So caznode is going to do GT now. GT is most
Impossible?
runners' favorite split, and also impossible, yeah. What's your favorite split? Do you have a favorite split?
I'm trying to think. I really like the front half of a couple of dungeons, or the back half of a couple of dungeons. I don't think I have a solid favorite split.
That makes sense. A lot of the splits really are like half good and half pretty boring.
Like, I love the back half of Skullwoods, including Moth. I actually really enjoy that fight when it goes well.
Yeah, me too. I think that fight is really fun.
I enjoy the back of Desert 2 Landmo. I enjoy Mire up until Vidi. Up until Vidi, I should say. GT, the basement is fun for me because I think I practiced it more. Because when I go to practice GT, I start at the front instead of practicing where I need to practice.
How's that working out?
It's not working out good. That's why I have an 8 flat GT time. Oh, Kaz. Oh, I thought he missed those arrows.
Kaz, meanwhile, has a sub 7 GT PB, so he's my mortal enemy now. Till I also achieve the same.
I just want my sub 8 in those 3 splits that I still need a sub 8. And they're like so far out of my reach right now. It's ridiculous.
It's not that far out of reach.
But anyway, basement went great for Kaz. Gonna head upstairs, do some mimics. Moogle, meanwhile, is just swimming around in the moat of the castle.
It looks like he's trying to get somewhere, but I don't know where.
I'm not sure.
Are we trying to... No, I have no idea. caznode going for one of the faster strats in Mimics 1. Messes up a little bit. One of the faster strats in Mimics 2 nails it. Very good.
Let's see what strat they use in Pit Room. Okay, they use the good one.
Which one
The
do you
other
hate?
one, the jump down and arrow down that Airy has picked up, and Doomtap has picked up, and a couple of other runners have picked up. It's only like frames faster, it's from what I understand, and it does not look like it should be faster. I'm
I
sorry.
really don't like it at all.
And then you have the Boyne strat where you just jump down and slash it, and
Boyne
then go
strat
down the
isn't-
left side.
Isn't that slow, but man, it's
Ooh, it's a nice G3.
yeah,
This is a very smooth gauntlet.
it is, yeah.
Okay, I have to admit these rooms can be fun to practice, but in a run they're the worst.
Nothing ever goes wrong in the gauntlet.
Never. And you always one cycle ammo too, right? Nothing like that ever happens.
Like that, like what we
Like
just
that.
saw. That never happens.
Never. Or you
Yeah.
you lose track of the Medusa and it hits you with a fireball as you're trying to do a fire rod shot and you completely whiff everything.
Also classic.
Okay, the Wizzy rooms. The Wizrobes rooms are so satisfying to do.
Wow, Kaz plays
So-
that really safe.
So satisfying to do the Wizrobes with the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, these are fun rooms. This torch is one room. This is one of the hardest rooms to get the movement all clean on.
Yeah, I hate torches. I can't find the right hitbox for them to light half the time.
Yeah, the lamp is weird. It extends way farther in some directions than others, and it's like really hard to get used to.
Has dropping the bombs so that he gets the free menu or an easier menu. He will have to menu to hookshot here, yeah.
That's a good climb from Kaz.
It was a really nice climb, for sure.
The Lambda too, he got the short hop. Couldn't get the one cycle. That's kind of a lot of time, but it's been really nice since then.
Mhm. And before then. Like, that's really the only thing I could really say has
Yeah.
gone horribly wrong so
yeah,
far.
it's a solid gauntlet too.
That pause in the doorway?
Is that on purpose? It looked
I
like
don't
it
know.
was. The rest of the room went normally. It looked like it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Weird.
Alright, let's see how Aga 2 goes. This fight is also impossible. I don't have
Yeah,
audio,
this fight
but
is
was
super
that 2 or 3?
That was not 2 or 3.
That was 0. Nice recovery for that too. So that first one had 2. No? Yeah, that first one was only 2. So we
Yeah.
had 2, 0, 2, 2. I mean, yeah, you are correct, Malmo. I've just never seen anybody just pause in the doorway like that. It's usually, they either, you know, go down towards the bottom of the room to bait the Helmasaur down and then pause a little bit, or they pause just underneath the bumpers. I've just never seen that particular strat there.
Same.
What are you yawning for? It's not even that late for you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You have work tomorrow.
I do.
I don't. I can just give my kids breakfast and go back to bed. Alright, so I don't think Kaz is gonna have any problems with this. Whoa.
Whoa.
Why is he
what?
outside the fire bats? Whoa, what?
Why
No,
are all of
Kaz!
Kaz's strats so weird?
What are you doing? Moogle, meanwhile, is back in an infinite swim.
I'm waiting for him to remember that he has the practice hack. Do we probably have weird bats now. Oh, we also don't have a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
the bats are gonna. Yeah.
Oh, you trying to super jump? No, that's not a super jump setup. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand why Kaz came out of the circle of bats. Oh no.
Okay, just don't take another bat hit.
Please. Oh, jeez.
Okay, we are fine now. Nothing
Okay,
else can
yes.
go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong from here. Ganon racking up some frequent flyer miles so he can escape Hyrule.
Trying to escape justice.
He's gonna go to Disneyland. You just corrupted the Golden World. What are you gonna do next? Sorry.
What do you think his favorite ride is at Disneyland? Are we getting cave spins?
Nope. I don't know.
I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World, but never Disneyland.
I've been to Disneyland with my sister once. And I don't do roller coasters, so it really wasn't that fun for me. The food was good, though. And I had a good time. GG to caznode. And honestly, GG to Moogle for continuing as long as you did. Those deaths that you took were not an easy death. We continue from.
GG to Kaz. 127-27.
Now, has Moogle forfeited yet? Or does he still need to remember to do that?
Yeah, he forfeited at some point.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the race room open, so. But the timer still going is giving me slight anxiety issues on Moogle splits. I know chat can't see that, but.
So we'll see if either player wants to interview. Caznode will not be interviewing. I don't know if Google is interested or not. Sorry for the keyboard typing.
It's alright, I don't mind it. I don't care about the rest of chat. I don't mind it.
I'm bad at video game. You're not bad at video game, but you know, had a couple disasters this run. It happens to the best of them. Okay, well, if neither runner wants to come in for an interview, then I guess that's gonna be it for tonight. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks to the racers for playing. Thanks to Twin for co-commenting with me. Thanks to ZSR for hosting. Had a good time doing this. Sorry about Moogle's run, but it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. Thank you, Fox. I appreciate the opportunity to do this. And for you starting up the NMG League. It's been so much fun to see so much NMG on Twitch again. I love this game. I love this category, and so I love watching it. It's been a
Me
lot of fun.
too. That's why I did this, to trick everyone into providing content for me.
Ha ha ha! Content. Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. And I guess we'll all see you later.
All right. Thanks, commentators. Thanks, runners. And thank you all for watching. This is ZeldaSpeedRuns signing off. Have a good night.